Good afternoon, friends. This is Coach Denise J. Williams here, and I am here to share with you some positive things for today. One of the things that I wanted to talk about today is we have to kill the art of self-sabotage. Yes, sometimes we sabotage ourselves, and sometimes we don't even realize that we are sabotaging ourselves. But here are some tips that you can take a look at, or some points that we could look at to make sure that we're not sabotaging ourselves. Number one, not asking for help. How many times has someone tried to reach out to you, or you have tried to reach out to someone who refuses to ask for help, but they clearly need it? That is a form of self-sabotage, because here is the news. No one person can do it all. Whether it's starting a business, whether it's writing your memoirs, whether it's taking care of the children, at some point, at some time, we are all going to need a little bit of help. So we have to understand and embrace help, not as we failed and we can't handle it, but we have to embrace help as a new resource and someone who's willing to assist us in completing our goals. So remember that not asking for help is sabotaging yourself. You can't do it all. Help does not equate to failure, and we can embrace needing help, wanting help, and engaging help. The next one is rejecting praise, and this is an unusual one, because most people would think that receiving praise would be something natural for us, that we would want to receive it. But when we self-sabotage ourselves, we'll say things like, oh, what I did wasn't really that important, or it wasn't really a big deal. But if someone is praising you for something that they admire about you, or something that you have accomplished, we should accept it. And it's easy. All we have to do is say 2 words. Thank you. Thank you for acknowledging that I did that well. Thank you for seeing the creativity in me. Thank you for complimenting me on starting that business. We have to learn to embrace not being negative when someone gives us praise. That is not humility when you reject praise. That's not humility. You're really debasing yourself, because you're trying to seem small in the eyes of someone else. And you know what? I just believe that everybody deserves that chance to shine. So shine on, my friend, and don't reject that praise. Another thing that people do when they are self-sabotaging themselves is they start to isolate themselves. Now, isolation is good if you need to take a step back for a moment, rethink things, recalibrate, and then move forward. But when you isolate yourself from other people and you entertain the negative tape that might be playing in your head, this is not good. Isolating yourself from support, isolating yourself for loved ones, if you do this for an extended period of time, it is not good. It is sabotaging yourself. Why? Because we start to crawl inside our own brains, and we start to tell ourselves things that are not uplifting, that are not affirming, and we need our community. I always tell people, find your tribe, because you need that support, especially when you're hurt. And that's why isolation is dangerous, because when we're hurt, we want to retreat, and retreating for a short period of time is health. Retreating and living there, that's not good. That's a way of sabotage, and it's allowing negativity to come in more than you are expelling it out. Another thing that we do that is not great, and it sabotages us, is we say yes to everything. Have you ever met somebody who never says no? They always have a smile on their face. They're always taking on a little bit more than they can chew, because they will not say, I can't do that this time for you, or maybe next time I'll be in a better position time-wise to be able to commit to that. Don't be afraid to say no. Don't be afraid to pull back. Again, in a healthy way, for a short time. Sometimes we have to realize there's too much on our plate right now, and we can't assist that friend or that loved one in that endeavor. Another way we sabotage, we put our own personal needs on hold. This is bad, because what it means is that when we are in a situation where we need affirmation and we need love and we need nurturing, we always put someone else ahead of us. We'll say things like, oh, I'll be okay. Let's see what's going on with you right now. I'll be okay. I don't need that right now. I'll be okay. When you keep saying I'll be okay all the time, or I'm fine, women have a tendency to say, oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Are you really fine, or are you just putting your own emotional needs on hold because you're afraid of rejection, because you're afraid of seeming too needy, because you're afraid of what someone might say? Having a healthy amount of nurturing is normal. normal, and we don't have to put our needs on hold. What's the next thing that we do that sabotages ourselves? We procrastinate on important things. Don't procrastinate on important things. That sabotages you, because what happens is that you wait until the last minute, you are rushing and trying to crush in to get it done, and then when it doesn't get done, or when something else, emergency pops up and you're not able to finish it, you're in a situation. So let's start tackling those important tasks in a timely fashion so that we're not left feeling stressed or worried or feeling like we can't meet our deadlines because we waited until it was too late. So let's not procrastinate. Procrastination will kill your dreams, so don't procrastinate. The last and final thing that I want to talk about as far as sabotaging ourselves is trying to be perfect. Let me help you, friends. No one is perfect. No one does it all. There are no super women. There are no super men. Trying to be perfect, always trying to live up to the expectations of others so that they will view you as perfect, or they will view you as having it all together. Here's the important thing to remember in trying to be perfect. First of all, no one is. We all have our imperfections. But the cool thing is when we are realizing that we do have imperfections, we can work on them. We can become better people. And that comes over time. You cannot wake up tomorrow and be perfect. Give yourself a break, basically, and take it easy, because we're all not perfect. We're all moving forward in our own personal journey, and we need to love ourselves through the journey, not sabotage ourselves, and continue to be the success that we were meant to be. That's my talk for today. Hope you join me again soon. Bye-bye.